So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and youth for today. So, I'm Naveen Malesh, mountaineer by choice, and marathon runner by chance, and an entrepreneur at heart. So, I would like to start this adventure with a story of breath, or rather, lack of it. I was standing at 8,000 meters above sea level, gasping for air, even though I had an oxygen mask on me. It felt everything was going wrong. I was not able to breathe, and my body was not functioning properly. And I felt like, my even toes were not functioning. Basically, I was not even feeling my toes. I just sat down for a moment and looked at the summit, which was just 163 meters away. And imagine, I was this close to achieving something incredible. That was to climb Mount Manaslu, which was the eighth highest peak in the world. But then suddenly, it all went blank. My life reflected in my eyes, and I woke up to a call of my Sherpa. And I just realized that if I had to live, I have to go back down, and right now. And after 2 days, I was airlifted from 6,800 meters. Sometimes it is not about reaching the summit or reaching your goal. It is about taking that tough choice of turning back for safety. So it is not always about reaching the summit. Knowing when to turn back and to try again another day is the biggest thing. So yeah, when I was a teenager, I had asthma. I was not into any sports because of that, and mostly I used to spend time with test books, and I was not into outdoors. I used to always fall sick. You see, this is the first mountain that I had to climb, and little did I know that it was just the beginning. I came from a very humble middle class family, where we all know that dreams are always clashing with the tough realities of life. But I had a strong passion, and that drive me to make sure that I achieve more. Okay, so Thomas Alva Edison once told that I have not failed. I have just found out 10,000 ways that don't work. So failure, my friends, is not the end. It is the birthplace of innovation. Even I have faced failures. I had to let go of my first startup, book my interest. But that setback opened new doors to create Trek Nomads, where we are building India's largest premium trekking experience. Also, after my evacuation, I was diagnosed with frostbites on 5 of my toes and 2 frostbites on my cheeks. Luckily, all of them survived, and I recovered well. After 5 months after the setback, I came back stronger to set a Asian and Indian book of record to be the fastest to climb Mount Kinabalu of Malaysia, which is the highest mountain, and also the highest mountain of Vietnam, which is Mount Fansipan. So don't be afraid of failures. It often leads to unexplored or unattended opportunities. It also sometimes gives you greater success. Passion. Passion, my friends, is the driving force for any remarkable achievement. It actually is the burning fire inside you, which actually drives you to break boundaries, challenge norms, and also take the path which is less taken, and it also leads to an extraordinary achievement. I wanted to achieve more, and I knew I had to do a lot to achieve that. And I was ready to do that as well, especially for my dreams. And it meant that I had to wake up early, go to practice, and study when everyone else were asleep. It meant that even though there was failures or setback or doubts, I had to keep moving forward because I believed in my dreams as I believed in myself. So I faced or I tasted the first mountain and also the achievement of that mountain when I joined NCC, the National Cadet Corps, where I actually got to know the clarity of my path, because after joining NCC, I achieved the highest recognition of being the part of the marching contingent in the Republic Day Parade in Delhi in 2005 when I was 18. So I decided not to be a part of the crowd or follow the crowd. I decided to create my own path. So passion alone is not going to be a part of the success. So you need to be persistent. What does it mean? You need to be able to bounce back even when it gets tough. It means you need to do the same thing over and over again until you master it. It means you need to have a great mentality and a strong mindset to overcome the difficulties, even if it is really, really hard. And what happens is when you are persistent, it actually pushes you to break those boundaries and also make sure that you are in the line of your achievement. So Edmund Hillary once said that it is not the mountains you conquer, but yourself. So with persistence, I would want to say that it is not just your persistence, it is your determination and also the belief in yourself, which are the vital roles of your life. And also it will help you to stand out in between the crowd. So when you pursue your passion and your dreams, you have to make sure that one thing that has to be taken care, which is to be kind and to be humble. What makes you truly stand out in this entire world is not the extent of your achievements, but how much you contribute to make a positive difference, right? So go out, make your hand dirty and help out. You can join social organizations and volunteering. What happens here is you get to understand the hard realities of life, and when you meet those people, you understand it better. It gives you a fresh outlook on how the real life is, and also helps you to become more grounded and caring. It also helped me a lot, and I've gone through the same process when I became a Corona warrior during the difficult time of COVID-19 pandemic. It not only made me humble, and it also made me to build Technomat's Foundation, where we are trying to help many, assist and support many as much as we can. Always remember that the amount of your success is entirely a measure of how much of positive impact you make on others. So the only thing that I would want to say is, when you're leaving from this event, I would want you to take the spirit of mountains. Let the mountains' grandeur actually inspire you. Let their challenges motivate you, and your passion be the guiding light on the path of your success. And I would like to say that even though you have your passion, even though you have your persistence, and even though you are being kind and everything, the only thing that matters is believe in yourself. As a famous poet Rumi said, don't be satisfied with the stories that come to you. Unfold your own myth. So go ahead, create your own path, write your own story, and be an inspiration to others. As I always tell everyone, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So go wild, explore your potential, make a mark in this world, and keep climbing the mountains, both literal and metaphorical. And remember one thing, the greatest journey is your journey is the greatest adventure of all. Thank you.